So, you're getting ready for the Global Professional Proficiency Assessment Exam, the GPPAE. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But listen, it doesn't have to be this intimidating mountain. We're about to break down a clear, strategic guide that's going to help you walk into that exam feeling totally prepared and confident. Let's get right into it. Feeling a little swamped by the whole GPAA thing? Trust me, you're not the only one. It's a tough exam for a reason. It's designed to be a challenge. But with the right game plan, that challenge, it becomes the perfect chance for you to really show what you've got. And today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build your roadmap to success. All right, here's our plan for today. It's a 5-step journey. First, we're going to decode the exam itself. Then, we'll build your study blueprint. Third, we'll talk about active learning. Fourth is all about practicing for peak performance. And last but not least, we'll cover the final countdown to exam day. Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, decoding the GPPA exam. Look, to beat the game, you got to understand the rules first. So we need to know exactly what we're up against. So what's the GPAE really testing? Well, it's so much more than just a knowledge test. It's not about what you know, it's about how you use it, how you communicate your ideas, how you handle the clock when you're under pressure, and how you deal with tricky ethical situations. They're really looking at the whole package, you as a professional. The exam is really broken down into 2 main parts that test totally different skills. You can think of it as precision versus presence. The writing module, that's all about precision. Can you build a clear, logical argument and keep a professional tone? But the speaking module, that's about presence. Can you get your thoughts across clearly and with confidence, right there on the spot? You absolutely need to nail both. Okay, moving on to part 2, your study blueprint. And this section is all about one thing: working smarter, not harder. Your blueprint really comes down to 2 key things. First, you've got to start early and have a plan. Please don't try to cram everything in at the last minute. Break that syllabus down into smaller, manageable pieces you can tackle every day. And second, you have to be strategic. Be honest with yourself. What are your weak spots? That's where you need to spend the extra time. Seriously, turning a weakness into a strength is a way better use of your time than just repolishing what you already know. And this right here, this is the golden rule. A solid 30 minutes of focused studying every single day is so much more powerful than a frantic 8-hour cram session once a week. It's all about building that momentum and letting the information really sink in. That's how consistency turns into real proficiency. Which brings us perfectly to part 3, active learning. Knowing what to study is only half the battle. Knowing how to actually make that information stick, well, that's the other crucial half. Look, passive learning, like just reading your notes over and over again, it just doesn't work that well. You have to get your brain in the game. Try quizzing yourself. It forces your brain to retrieve the information, which makes the memory stronger. Try summarizing big concepts in your own words. It's the ultimate test to see if you actually get it. And yeah, good old-fashioned flashcards for key terms. Drill them until they're second nature. All right, let's dive into part 4, and this one is huge. Practice for peak performance. This is where you take all that knowledge and turn it into a real skill. This is how you build that unshakable confidence for exam day. For that writing module, you just have to get your hands dirty. Don't just read about how to write a professional email. Sit down and actually write a bunch of them. Work through as many practice scenarios and short answer questions as you can find. The whole point is to get so comfortable with the format that on exam day, all your brain power can focus on the content, not the structure. And the exact same idea applies to the speaking module. You can't just think about the answers in your head. You have to say them out loud. Record yourself answering questions. Set up a mock interview with a friend, a teacher, anyone. Talking through ethical dilemmas out loud helps you organize your thoughts under pressure and makes you sound way more clear and confident. And here's the absolute non-negotiable part. All of this practice, every single bit of it, has to be done with a timer running. It's not enough to know the stuff. You have to be able to use it within the time limits of the exam. You have to treat time management like a skill you're training for, just like anything else. And just like that, we've made it to part 5, the final countdown. You've put in the hard work, you've done the reps, and now it's just about making sure nothing trips you up on the big day. So here it is, your final checklist. On the technical side, don't leave anything to chance. Test your internet connection, your headset, your camera.
Test it all a few days before. But just as important is the personal side. You need to get enough sleep, drink water, and manage your stress. Honestly, a calm, well-rested mind is your single biggest advantage. You've prepared for the content, now it's time to prepare yourself.
So, after all the planning, the learning, and the practicing, it all comes down to this. This exam. It's not some barrier they put in your way. It's an opportunity. It's your chance to step up and show everyone what you're truly capable of. The real question isn't just about passing a test. It's about demonstrating your true professional potential. Now, go get it.